What's up guys? In today's episode we are going to be checking out the Ancel V6 Pro. So let's get started. So this is the Ancel V6 Pro, guys. This is a pretty awesome bidirectional scanner. It could do a ton of stuff, including read and clear, check engine codes, ABS codes, SRS codes, TPMS codes, and transmission codes. It could display live data streams, so we'll see how that goes, key programming, active tests and special functions, body control module customizations, and 2 years of free updates. And another cool feature about this is it's Bluetooth. Now, price on this thing, retail is about 650 bucks, but I do see them go on sale a lot, so keep an eye out, and I'll leave a promo code down in the description below. So yeah, that's pretty much just a quick sum up of what we got going on right here. So just want to show you guys what you get right out the box. Comes in a nice little hard case. You get, of course, get the scanner itself. Whoops. USB cable, the Bluetooth dongle. It's pretty awesome. You can actually have it just like plugged in the car and you don't have to be sitting in the car playing with the scanner. So that's pretty cool. I heard it reaches like 20, 30 feet even. So in case you had to walk across the shop, show someone the scan tool to help you figure out what's going on, you know. Got a charging cable as well as some kind of adapter for, I'm pretty sure, other countries, their electrical outlets. And we get our user manual and a cleaning cloth. So this is pretty much what you get out the box, and it all fits in this nice little hard case they provide for you, so that's pretty cool. I like this, how it has a little kickstand you guys can see. Also has a camera built in, web browser I believe too, and yeah, so this is basically what the interface looks like. We're gonna go ahead and plug it in, but it's pretty much like an Android style operating system. So you guys can see we actually have another one right here. So you guys know I'm not lying. Here's the old box. We are going to be doing another giveaway. You guys like these giveaways? We did one with the pressure washer. We've done one with several other products featured on this page. So to enter, all you gotta do is drop a comment. Maybe tell me a little bit about yourself. Maybe you're working in the dealership. Need a scan tool to help you flag some more hours. Maybe you're working at an independent shop. Tell me how this scan tool would be useful for you and what you would be using it for as far as the daily application. Drop a comment, I'll read you guys a story, and I'll pick one lucky winner and ship this down to you. US only, please, and good luck. But really quick, just wanted to go over how the update works pretty much. I usually get a lot of questions. What happens after the updates run out or your free updates run out, and the pricing. So what they told me is you get 2 years of free updates for the latest and greatest updates. After that, it's $149 for 1 year, $238 for 2 years, and $298 for 3 years. So still relatively cheap compared to big name brand updates. Go look it up, Snap-on, it's crazy. But the cool thing is, even if you don't want to pay for the updates, you can still use the scan tool and all of its features, so they say, without having any problems. You just wouldn't have the newest updates, obviously. So like, say like the update runs out in 2025, anything after 2025's models you might not be able to work on. So, but at least you can still use the scan tool, and it doesn't like kind of put you in like lit mode pretty much, or like basic demo mode. So just want to clear that up in case you guys had any questions about that. Alrighty, well, we are in my driveway right now, and we got the dongle hooked up. See, power, vehicle, Bluetooth, right up to our OBD port. One thing I did forget to mention was if you did want to run it wired, you can use that USB cable they provide, plug it into right here, then plug it directly into the scanner. But we won't be doing that today. We are going to go into my garage and go through some of the features. Alright, so I pretty much had to shut off all the lights in the garage so you guys can actually see. But we just got the scanner right here, kind of go through some of the stuff right here. Just go to diagnose, check it out. So I'm just gonna go ahead and hit Toyota and show you guys some stuff you can do with the scan tool. Just saw it. I must be blind. Alright, we'll just do auto, guess if you want to do it manually, but you know, ain't nobody got time for that. Connecting to the vehicle. Feel like this scan tool is pretty fast as far as like how it responds, but radar cruise, no. It tells me the information about my vehicle right here. Go ahead and put next. Connecting to the vehicle. Right here you can see we could go to diagnose, give us some more fun. Vehicle information, of course, is just right there. Customize settings, in case you wanted to customize certain things, I believe, like the door lock, kind of how smart key works pretty much. Security, slide roof, smart key access, that was what I was talking about. A lot of little controls, like on some vehicles, newer vehicles, you can just customize stuff, like if you hear a chime when you're in reverse mode, or when you unlock the doors, which lights, dome lights turn on, how long they stay on for, power windows, little functions like that. We can kind of jump in here and see what this one allows us to customize. One thing I did do with this scanner already though was disable the chime when you're driving without a seatbelt on. Sometimes like I unbuckle like when I'm down the street from where I'm supposed to be, even though you're not supposed to do that, but the beeping gets annoying. I was able to disable that with this. So a lot of kind of dealership functions, I would say. These scan tools are kind of all new to me. I've never had these fancy ones before. Working at the dealership, I would just use the factory scan tool. And I'm noticing that these scan tools can do almost everything that those dealer scan tools can do. So that would be if you wanted to customize little settings like I was talking about, certain features. A lot of older vehicles, there really won't be that much stuff to play around with in there. Mainly newer smart key vehicles, I would say there's a lot more settings for, but let's just go to diagnose. Powertrain, body, quick test. Let's do quick test. I want to run like a full health check. So this is going to scan pretty much all the ECUs in the vehicle, let you know if you have any fault codes stored, and if you do, you can go into them and see what's going on. So let's just let it do its thing. And just like that, really like within a minute, it was able to scan everything. So that right there is definitely faster than a tech stream when working at Toyota. Can you click on it? Oh yeah. So if you want to just go into whichever module, go ahead and click on it. We'll go to engine because that one probably has the most stuff you can play with. And this should bring up like all our active test features that we can do. So, well, trouble codes, data list, active test. So you can see a ton of options. Kind of like some other scan tools I've tested out, but it's nice to be able to control a lot of this stuff. Down here we have the activated electric water pump. So this is kind of cool. What? Why did it take me here? Oh, I guess that's if you want to view a data stream while you're using the function. So if you wanted to, like, active test the water pump when it comes to hybrids, that's kind of how we bleed the systems a little bit faster. So go ahead and just activate it. I'm pretty sure it's running right now. Help you out. Let's see, control the electric cooling fan. Say you're trying to see problem with the cooling fan wasn't turning on. You can go ahead and go right through the ECU and command it on to make sure you don't have a problem and kind of figure out your problem from there. Let's go ahead and check the data list so you can kind of see what it looks like. Select a couple of random data lists to display. So you can either read it in the grid mode, or I believe there should be a graph form. How do I get to the graph? So obviously the vehicle's off right now, so you're not really gonna see any movement, but the refresh rate looks pretty decent on this. So you can also record it if you wanna go back into it later and check it out. and even mess with the colors. So you can change which graph you're looking at to which color you want it. Kind of make it easier to identify. But just kind of want to show you, touch on the surface a little bit about data list. So yeah, as you can see, the scan tool can do a ton of stuff. I'm not going to be able to fit it all into the video, of course, but just wanted to show you guys the gist of it. What I do want to know is this could display tire pressure sensor IDs. Data list, all data. Register code, boom, boom. And it does. So that is pretty cool, actually. In case you had to swap out a tire pressure sensor, you wanted to make sure the one you swapped out was not reading. Of course, we could have probably went to the data display, put the pressures. That's something we do at Toyota pretty much. We'd pull up this screen right here, start deflating one of the tires, seeing it move, then you know that sensor's good. Start deflating another tire, see the digit doesn't change what it's reading after a couple seconds, then you probably have a bad sensor, and you'd be able to be like, okay, ID 2, come up here, ID 2, that's your bad sensor ID. When you go to pull out the tire pressure sensor, you can verify that that sensor ID is the one that you're reading on the scan tool. So that is pretty awesome. Really wish I had a scan tool like this when I was working at Toyota. And you can even register new tire pressure sensors with this thing. Not gonna go ahead and do that because I didn't write down the digits. So that is pretty cool. A lot more DIY capabilities, a lot less reasons to take your vehicle to the dealership. Combination meter. This would be cool if you wanted to active test some of the gauge needles on your cluster, verify that they're working or not, unless you're just getting like a bad sending unit to the gauge cluster. Go ahead and go to active test. You can illuminate lights on your dash. So you want to illuminate the driver's seatbelt light, airbag light, fuel meter operation, speedometer operation. Just check those needles, make sure your lights are working. You can do all that fun stuff right in here. So yeah, that kind of sums it up. I guess just touching on the surface. I didn't want to make this video too long, but you guys get the gist of what this scanner can do. And really guys, I'm impressed. Will say I wasn't a fan of the Bluetooth in the past. You guys know I like to just have it wired and all old school hooked up, but it's actually pretty convenient being able to just plug in the dongle and then walking away from the vehicle and playing around with the settings yourself, doing whatever troubleshooting you're doing right here, wireless. So really fast scan tool, really awesome. Not the cheapest, but I mean, you guys saw it has so many functions. Like I said, it's pretty much like a dealer scan tool as far as a lot of features you can do. And depending on what you're looking to use it for, I would say this scan tool would benefit anyone from DIYers, backyard mechanics, doing side jobs in the garage, dealership techs, independent techs, pretty much anybody who works on cars regularly, I would recommend this scan tool. One thing I may have forgot to mention is battery life on this thing is amazing. I have not charged it since I opened it out of the box, and I've been using it now for about 4 weeks on and off, trying to use it here and there, trying to go through the stuff so I can figure it out. And the battery life's still pretty full. I don't know if you guys can see that at the very, very top. Right by the Wi-Fi emblem. It's like hasn't even been phased, and I've had this stuff on this entire video, and not to mention all those times I've been playing around with it, so we'll see how long it lasts, but so far so good. So once again, huge shout out to Ancel for sending me this product to test out. Really happy with it, honestly guys. I really like this thing. Don't forget to enter the giveaway if you want to win one of these bad boys. But that's all I got for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to drop a comment if you have any other questions or if you want to enter the giveaway. So that's it. I'll catch you guys later.